Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Packenham Cup Day with a rail in the 2 metre position. Good for race number 1 is the Vobos Silver for the 2-year-olds at handicap level, and I'm with Tag the Bride from barrier number 9, Luke Curry in the saddle for Johnny Sadler. This horse looks to have above average ability and I think can be winning here on debut. Bright Star in for second, Craig Williams in the saddle for Graham Begg. Outside draw was a little bit of a query, but the stable's flying and so is the jockey. Milson's Point I thought could run well for Godolphin, Ben Allen for Kieran Maher. They look the likely 3 in the market, and Ivy in 4-4. Thinking one of the 3 favourites will win, but happy to go with Tag the Bride in the first. Race number 2 at Packenham is a 2,500 metre handicap, and I'm with Chocolates on top. I think that this horse is hard to beat. I think this horse is clearly the class runner here from the good draw. 4th up, hard fit. Gets the weight off due to the claim for Luke Cartwright. If he's anywhere near his best, it'll go close. I just think that he's been crying out for the trip. He gets that now. Gets to the extended trip and gets to a week race and can be winning here. Hot to go in for second. I thought can run really well with the lightweight Craig Williams in the saddle, but it has the wide draw to contend with. Black Peppermint won impressively last start at Cranbourne. Luke Nolan retains the right from the outside draw and is flying this horse, but I just think he's up a bit in grade here against some more likely types, and Tyke My Son has been running into black run of late, but he could turn it around here, but he has the outside draw to contend with the big weight. Chocolates, in my opinion, I think is the one to beat. Looking for the 2,500 metres. Hopefully can get over the line in front. Race number 3 at Packenham is a 1,600 metre event, and I am with Jenny Gone Bonkers on top. I think that this horse is extremely hard to beat, and I think should be bolting this in. Best horse in the race. Drops in weight from last start with the 54 wide draw barrier 11. Should come straight across to the front with Jet Stanley in the saddle. Only won the one race. It was his maiden. It was her maiden first up this preparation, but absolutely bolted that in. Ran really well last start, starting $1.50. So with the respective pricing, I think that coming back in grade will do this horse a world of good and can score another win here. Off a prior preparation in the form she was in, she wasn't that far off Sunrise, who would start a dominant favourite in this race, and with that I think it's hard to beat. I only wish in for second, building towards a win. Could it get it here? Inside draw 55 kilos. I think it's a very good chance. Astral Flames absolutely flying this preparation. It's only disappointing if it was on a heavy track, so have to be forgiving of that, and ran really well last start. And Miss Play Lounge got a win on the board last start. That was a weak race and has to come up in miles in grade to be winning this. Jenny Gone Bonkers for mine in the third. Race number 4 at Packenham is over the 1,000 metres, and I've got Sweethearted on top. I think this horse can be performing very well here. Was first up, didn't get a lot of luck and didn't handle the track last start, but still ran a respectable race. Barrier number 2, home track for this horse. Philip Stokes trained, Lockie Neindorf in the saddle. I think that if this horse can jump cleanly, get a resting position in run, maybe 1 out, 1 back ideally, and come powering home. This horse won impressively on this day last year and hope they can do it again. Big and Shelly, obviously the horse everybody's going to be on. For the record, it's carrying 4 starts for the 3 wins and the 1 minor, placing in second. 56 kilos, so gets 3 kilos off Sweethearted. Was going to go for a 1,000 metre race at Cranbourne tonight, but now goes for the 1,000 metres at Packenham, so it could be beneficial for the horse, but I think is up in grade. Celerity comes out of the B and Shelley race last start. One's 280, one's 650, and I think Celerity was the better run. Rewards and More goes around tonight at Cranbourne, so I think that's where it's going to go. But if it's here, we'll run well. But Sweethearted on top, home track, 3rd up, good draw. Hopefully, it all points to a win. Race number 5 at Packenham is a handicap over the 2,000 metres, and this is my best value anywhere around the country on Saturday. Jenny's Meadow on top, and I think this horse is hard to beat. Luke Cartwright takes the claim. 3rd up, hard fit, outside draw should come storming down the middle of the track and win, in my opinion. Now, if you look at the 2 runs in, the 7th and 8th, and it's I don't think that that's too bad of a form, considering that first up it was too short, last start track was too heavy, and still I thought ran a really good race. This horse never saw it is at its best over the 2,000 metres and beyond, placing twice at the 2,000 metres in the Ethereal behind Two Darn Discreet, and at the 2,000 metres at Doom in the Roses behind Filia and Moving Up. That's very good form for a race like this, where a lot of other horses are at a query where they're at in their careers. Suntora won very impressively last start, but was a weaker race. Hurry Curry would need a lift to win this, and Quay he's been up for, he's getting on the old boy, but he could do it from the front. But I'm with Jenny's Meadow. I think that the $16 on offer is way over the odds for a horse that's good enough to be only narrowly beaten by Filia. It looks good for this. Race number 6 at Packenham is a 1,600 metre event, the David Bourke Memorial, and I am with Medea on top. 5 starts for the 3 victories with the 1 second. Ran a very good race first up, tumbles in weight to the 54 kilos. Luke Curry takes the ride for the Hayes boys. Carried 60.5, now drops to the 54, so drops 6.5 kilos and started 320 favourite first up behind El Prancer, Stealth of Night and Prince Tycoon. Stealth of Night came out and won on Wednesday at Sandown, and it was a very good win, so I think that ticks the box for this horse to be going on Saturday. Nation's Call, hard fit, should get lead favours here, but there's a query about how well he's going. I was with him last start and I thought he had every possible chance. Why Marie on the back up from winning last weekend at Ballarat. 2 weeks ago at Ballarat, and can run really well here. Far Flung has been up for a long time, though consistently races well and gets Craig Williams from barrier number 7, so can run well again. But I'm with Medea, proving her class in race 6 to absolutely bolt in. Race number 7 at Packenham is the listed Packenham Cup over the 2,500 metres, and I am with Skipper's Canyon on top. This horse could honestly be anything. Won impressively first up. Failed last start, but came storming home off an impossible position because he missed the start. If he jumps cleanly and can settle probably 3 pairs back on the outside, I think that this horse is going to come storming home and is too good for these. 54 kilos, won't know himself with that kind of weight. He hasn't carried that light of a weight since he's come over from New Zealand, having previously carried the likes of 58 kilos, 58.5 and 61.5 last start. So he's not going to know himself with the weight. Even jump, he wins. Etna Rosso in for second. He's a very good horse that has the wide draw and the big weight for Chris Willer and Craig Williams. Black Run is the horse that's in form, those coming through significantly weaker races. They're looking for 4 on the bouts, and he can't beat winning form. And Statuary is getting closer to needing a spell than he will be a win, but the stable are happy to give him another go and gets out to the 2,500 metres. But Skipper's Canyon for mine in the Packenham Cup. He jumps cleanly, he wins. Race number 8 at Packenham is the Ladbroke Supernova over the 1,400 metres, and I ask one question: how do they beat Private Eye? Clearly the class horse of the race. He's 6th up here. He should get total control in front. Craig Williams for Joe Pride, and I think that this horse is a dead set moral. I'm saying it now. I haven't used that word in a while, but I just can't see this horse being beaten on Saturday, and I think he will be winning. Arkansas Kid comes out of the Meteorite, running a very good race there, and was only first up. So up to the 1,400 metres can improve with Luke Cartwright in the saddle. Luke Curry in the saddle. I got that wrong. From the outside draw should go forward. Limbs Kosciuszko, I thought this horse ran a cracking race first up. Has the outside draw here. Luke Nolan in the saddle, but is way over the odds in my opinion for a 10-time Group 1 winner. So I think can run well at this level. And Taken comes way up in grade, though looks to go on with it here and win another and add another win to add another win to the picket fence. Geez, if I get my words out, and do a Zambardo on them here. But I'm with Private Eye in the Supernova. Hopefully his class comes to the fore, and he's just too good for them. Race number 9 at Packenham is the Vobis Gold Bullion over the 1,400 metres, and it's the second best bet of the day here. Persian Spirit, the favourite on top. I think that this horse is hard to beat. Gets in with no weight at all. 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 Gets in with no weight at all and I think can be proving hard to beat here with the 55.5 kilos with Harry Coffey in the saddle. Had he had the race over last start, he probably would have got going a bit earlier. But anyway, that's the pass. He's drawn wide. He's got no weight. Should go back, cut into the race with extra 2 or Nicolini Vita Regal Asmon coming in where he should get on that running line and just come powering over the top of them. Ndola in for second. I tried to make a case for this horse when I was doing the form, but Persian Spirit had Ndola cold at Flemington, and I don't, with Persian Spirit having another run since then, he's going to be fitter than Ndola is. So I couldn't quite get the margin there to say that Ndola will beat Persian Spirit home. Jimmy the Bear's a class runner of the race, but he's got to carry the weight. He's won the race before. He was in very good form last preparation, but I just think he might need the run, and Run Harry Run in for fourth. Persian Spirit and the Vobus Gold Bullion. I think he'll be winning. Race number 10 at Packenham is over the 1200 metres to finish the day, and it's big swinger on top for mine. Charlotte Littlefield's train's got to carry the 62.5 for Ben Allen, drawn out wide, though I think that will be beneficial to this horse. Dry ground late in the day. Comes storming home. He's been plagued by wet tracks as preparation. I think that if he can get onto the back of something, get into the running line and come charging home, his class will get him there. I think he's hardest to beat in the last race. Sought After is building up to a win. He might get it here, but I personally think he wants further than the 1200 metres, though. Take who the race is named after and look at the silks. It doesn't take a genius to figure that one out. Dirty Grin should be going forward, and here comes the star. Launched home and got the win last start. That would need to do it again here, and I think he's up against harder opposition. Big swinger for mine. He gets clear running. He gets a card in a wet. Look out, because he'll be blowing them away.
Thank you everyone for watching my preview for Oaks Day, looking to bounce back off a disappointing Melbourne Cup day. I'm confident on a couple on this card. Very confident on a few actually. And I'll see you for the next preview, which will be for Champions Day, which should be out on Thursday.